Oh, baby, how you lie.
Let's get together, yeah, yeah, yeah. Why don't you and I combine?
And friends are friends forever if the Lord's the Lord of them. All my life, you're a friend of mine.
It's Ceci and Adam.
Right now, it's just the older generations. We don't know where Gen Z is.
That's right. She's probably, in all honesty, working, which good for her.
I know. She's a worker. I was reading this. Okay, I wasn't reading anything. Anytime I say I'm reading something, I'm on TikTok. It's where all of my news and information comes from. So I saw on TikTok this week that Gen Zs are making really terrible employees. I thought it would be the millennials because you and your people are kind of obsessed with like vacations and that kind of thing.
We like to, how you say, broaden our horizons.
Yes.
It helps us grow as people in a generation.
Mm-hmm. Well, I don't know. I don't know if I made it all the way through the video. I'm not sure what the trouble is with Gen Z, but it would not apply to our Ellie, that's for sure, because she is a worker. No. She's an oldest child. That's the other thing. She's an oldest child, so she got all of those genes.
Represent.
Yeah. I just got a text from Gen Z. She forgot about the podcast, so she's
Gen Z's not gonna live this down.
Now we're gonna have to fire. We might have to fire her.
I don't know. I might need her to fill in when I'm on vacation.
Which you're coming to Michigan.
Yes. Oh, I'm so excited. I have the hour-long Enterprise car stuff I had to deal with to prove it. Oh my goodness.
I hope they don't put you in a Dodge Hornet. That's all I care about.
Check out last week's episode if you missed that story from Cece's adventure. I'm actually in a truck. I'm gonna be driving around Michigan in the fall, a big old Tacoma.
Wait, you upgraded?
No, that was their cheapest option. That's the crazy thing.
Really?
Everything else was like, oh, would you like a luxury car? Would you like Sirius XM? Would you like the GPS as an offer? I'm like, I got that on my own.
Doesn't everybody have
thanks.
GPS?
That's right. Plus it's Michigan. I'll just look at my hand and just hope for the best.
Well, I personally am never driving ever again.
No. Okay. Who, where, and how did it happen?
We bought a Tesla.
Oh, you got the official. It's
We
officially
did.
official.
We did.
You are door handleless life.
Yes. It's so funny because so funny. It's hilarious. The accountant, he has to make sure that we're not overpaying and he's getting the best deals. So he found someone on YouTube who was a Tesla specialist of some kind, and he would break down all of the deals, and then they would give predictions on fourth quarter deals and all this stuff. And you know me, if I see it, I like it, I buy it. I don't care, but not the accountant. It's not how it goes. And so he was waiting, and finally, so we're in the fourth quarter. See, his car is going to our daughter Piper in a couple of weeks.
Oh, so this is big.
So we had to find something. And so at one point, Adam, he drops a Excel spreadsheet on my lap so that I could compare and contrast like what this would cost, what that would, and I pretend scanned it with my finger, like, very interesting. I put on my glasses. Very interesting. Oh, that's a very good point.
Look at all the lines.
Yeah, and I'm like, what the? Okay. Oh well, and then what do you think we should do? You know what I mean?
Was there a split moment where you kind of like, you know what, we don't need a Tesla, just forget it?
Well, I was bound and determined to let him take lead on this one, which. It's not easy.
He did.
Well, no. And then I was out of town last week and I get the text, like the big deal has come through. Do you like this deal? And I like any kind of deal, And so he's going to sit on it, wait till I get home, this, that, and the other thing. And then finally yesterday he pulls up the app. Do you know that you order a Tesla on an app?
What?
On an app, like a DoorDash.
I kind of have red flags about that, if we can be honest.
We have been we've been to the dealership in the state of Michigan. You're not allowed to buy a Tesla from a dealership.
Oh, so online is much safer.
Yeah. So everybody that I've asked,
what?
Yeah, everybody that I've asked, they just say, "Oh, it's because of Detroit. It's because of the cars in Detroit." And it's like,
Oh, they don't want to. I see. They don't want to offend or overstep
I
boundaries. Is what they're
guess, I don't know.
saying.
So we had to order it from Indianapolis or something. Anyways, he pulls up the app and he's been hemming and hawing for 3 months, finally. And then there's a little button on the bottom which is like purchase now. And I was like, what is that? Oh, boom. Just
Oh.
add the cart.
Here's my Excel spreadsheet. Bought, sold,
Yeah, it did.
done.
Literally bought it like that. Literally true.
So you haven't actually seen it in person yet.
Okay, here is what. Well, no, it's in Indiana. Here is what I don't understand. Here's what I don't understand.
Please.
Did you
Because-
see the big rocket launch with SpaceX this week?
No, I missed it. I'm missing everything. That, the comet, everything.
Okay. There was, Elon Musk, it's SpaceX, and they
Right.
launched something into space. I don't know what. But do you remember the old grainy videos that we used to watch as kids? And the rockets would fall, that the boosters, that would shoot them off, would fall back into the
Yes.
ocean?
And
Well-
you hope it's in the ocean.
That's right. SpaceX, and you got to look this up.
Okay.
Just this week, they launched something and the booster came right back down immediately, like exactly where it launched off from.
What?
It's wild.
How did they pull that off?
I don't know. Here's my question.
Please enlighten us.
On the app that I just
Yes.
bought the Tesla from,
Yeah.
we got an update that said your Tesla will be ready from October 17th, between October 17th or October 25. 8 days, an 8-day spread.
Okay.
Okay. And I'm like, excuse me, Elon, if you can get a booster to get back in its little holster, certainly you can tell me when my Tesla's arriving.
Well, that's the problem. He's too busy with the rockets to figure out all this
Yeah.
car stuff. And
I
then
should call him.
wouldn't it be awesome if he delivered your car like the rocket and it just fell out of the sky perfectly into your
funny.
driveway and it parallel parked itself into your garage?
Okay. So you know how bad I am at parking, right? You've known me a long time.
I've seen a couple things.
You've
But that's
experienced-
okay.
I
might
don't
have hit a
have
curb.
any. I don't
Whatever.
have any depth perception when I park.
The depth perception is when you hear a grinding noise.
Yes. Oh,
then you
whoops.
know.
Okay, so
Too
there's
far.
this feature, there's this feature where you pull into a parking lot, and you just pull wherever you feel like it. You
Right.
pull near the spaces, and then there's a video of the parking spaces, and you click on the one you want the car to go into. Click,
Okay.
and it drives itself up, turns itself around, backs itself in without even touching the
What?
steering wheel.
What? Okay, everyone needs this first off, whether you're good at parking or not. But anyways,
Agreed.
that's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
I would parallel park if it did it all for me.
Oh yeah, I gotta try that too.
'Cause-
Can't wait.
Oh, that's right. The
can't wait.
Tesla does it because you know the story about how when I did my driver's test, I did so well on the other parking segments. I completely failed parallel parking and I still passed because I had enough leftover points
Oh, phew.
to put towards that. Oops.
Were you
Sorry about
like-
your bike.
Were you 25 when you took your driver's test?
Nothing has changed. I literally tried to parallel park twice in my life. Once was during a parking test.
I've
So,
never
there you have it.
parallel parked a day in my life. When it was my turn for the driver test, there was a cheerleading competition in my hometown, and where we went to go parallel parking, all the spots were full. Phew. Never have done it. Not a day in my life. Never.
No, I would rather walk an extra mile somewhere else than
Yes.
have to parallel park.
Same.
I can't do it. And there's always an audience when you have to parallel park. So everybody's judging you like, oh, this guy, that's 10 points if he was in a test already, even though nobody else can really parallel park much anyways.
Mm-hmm.
I'd rather
The
walk.
accountant
than
can.
do it. Yeah. Now I would believe Dave. He's from San Diego, so he knows that tight,
knows.
hilly city life parking.
Mhm,
He's
he
been
knows.
there.
He's been there, but I'm just gonna have the car do basically everything. The other thing the only reason I'm not excited about getting the Tesla is that now I can't afford the Optimus robot. Have you seen this week?
Oh, gosh, is this the Cybertruck from Tesla, or is this a whole
No.
different thing?
This is literally the Jetsons. This is a robot
Oh, no.
that folds laundry. They say it'll babysit your kids. Totally down for a robot babysitting my kids.
It might be the last time you see them, but okay.
I mean, it's fine. I want the robot. I want the robot. I want the robot to make me coffee, bring me coffee, do the laundry. I really basically want to just be a blob going forward.
You just want to cruise around in your Tesla, all slope back, like, yeah, just take me wherever. Take me to the ice cream shop,
Yeah.
parallel
Like,
park.
we're getting to the point in the world where it's getting a little freaky out there, and I
A lot
kind
going
of
on.
am into it.
You know what? I think I'm going to draw the line at robots. I don't think I really want, unless it's like one of those vacuum things. But there's like accomplishment out of doing your own stuff, right?
Is there? Is there really? You don't
Says the
have 4
single guy
children.
with a 750 square foot apartment to keep clean. Yeah,
true.
that's I don't have any. I don't have children. I but there's an accomplishment. Like you vacuum and clean up the dishes.
Yeah, I'll get
This
over
isn't
it.
selling, is it?
I want the robot for sure.
Could you?
100%.
You should check to see if there was like a robot Tesla double deal or something they were doing.
Yeah, a buy one,
Yeah,
buy one get one.
Buy one.
Buy one get the robot
BOGO
half
robots. Get your BOGO robo
I
over
would
here.
do it. I
that'd be
would
kinda awesome.
totally do it.
Oh my gosh. And then the robot would drive your car to your house to deliver it to you.
Well,
You'd be
my
like,
car
"Here you
is just
go."
gonna drive the car itself, so I don't even. You can be at a restaurant, you can summons it, and it just like literally.
You can summon.
You can.
Now,
You
does
can
the Tesla-
summons it, and it pulls up to the front door.
does it know to stop at the door? That's my concern because I don't want to like go to your fob, which is in the restaurant, and then you're like, "Oh, too close."
There's no fob. Your key is on your phone.
What?
Your key is on your phone.
My mind is blown by this. So okay, we need to figure out all the Tesla things and the regular car things. What are the differences? So okay, your keys on your phone.
Mm-hmm. And you can set
summon
it. Now, a lot of cars have this thing where you can set position 1 and position 2 for different drivers. This one
Okay.
is all on the app. So once you get your seat where you want, the air blowing at you exactly the way that you want, the this, that, the other thing, that's your setting, and it's on your app on your phone. And so when I get into the car and I'm driving, it knows because it's my phone that opened the thing. It sets everything.
It takes off.
It sets everything for me and tells me I'm pretty.
Now, what happens if you drop your phone in the toilet?
Then
what?
There's a backup key card. There's a
Okay.
backup key
Oh,
card.
Ellie. Oh, that's a nice time to come into the podcast. Why'd you drop your phone in the toilet? We're talking about that, you know. Hey, we're talking about the Tesla life since, you know, your parents, Ellie, are going to be living that now. But I'm a little skeptical about
Love
anything on
Tesla
just
life.
digital. Remember, I print off paper tickets for flying still in 2024. So what happens if your phone goes and your key's on there and now you're stuck in your Tesla, you know, at a restaurant forever?
Like she said, there is a key card that you can keep in your wallet that it looks just like a credit card.
Oh,
So as long
okay.
as you have that on you at all times, you're fine.
What do
Second
I
of
do
all-
though if my wallet is attached to my phone? Because then I lose
Ooh.
my phone, then I lose the key, and I lose the backup key.
Then you have dad who is also logged into the app with the same car, who is most likely with you, unlock the vehicle.
But what if he isn't? Can they unlock it? Can Elon unlock it from the spaceship or?
Might have to hop on some internet source and like tweet somebody. I feel like maybe that'll solve your problem.
On X?
But I haven't. Yeah, there you go.
At Elon Musk. Hey, I'm at the Mickey D's on the corner of at McDonald's at Elon Musk. Could you help a girl out?
What, Ellie, your husband has a Tesla. What is your favorite feature?
Oh, honestly, when it's cold outside, you can preheat your car.
I'm
So
pretty excited
that
about
you
that.
don't have to scrape off the windshield. All the snow melts off as soon as you just flip the windshield wipers, and your butt is warm when you sit down, and your steering wheel is warm when you sit down. So that is the best feature.
I don't need anything else in life other than the Tesla robot. It's the only other thing I need in life.
We have that here in Arizona too. It's called the sun.
To heat up your car.
Just don't go into covered parking. You're good to go. So
When
this
I
is
was
wild.
When I was in Arizona for funsies, I went to an open house because I just am curious about real estate in other parts of the country. And the realtor, who by the way is still emailing me deals and discounts on
Weeks
housing.
later, you
Mm,
gotta
yeah.
gotta cut that off.
No, I'm just like it. I'm going to an open house in Oro Valley on Saturday.
You're gonna take your new Tessie
Yeah.
and head on
Yeah,
over.
just drive me to Arizona. He gave me a little baggie full of treats, including chocolates, and then it all melted all over the place in like 10 minutes.
Ooh, that's brutal here in
Rookie mistake.
Arizona. Yeah,
Yeah.
eat it or lose it. That's about how it
Mhm.
goes.
Okay, got it.
Wow, this Tesla life thing is like blowing me away. So what else can it do? Can it like make you soft drink in the glove compartment? Can it like what are some other things about Tesla life?
I don't know. I've never had one. I've never
That's
had
true.
one. Other than
You're gonna be
the
entering.
the thing where you can touch on the car space to park it for you. I'm so excited about that.
Mm-hmm.
Did you get the one
You have
with the
extra
like
trunk
30?
space
Ooh, that's
because you have a
nice.
frunk. Because you don't
we
need
have
an engine.
Yeah, we have a frunk because there's no engine.
What?
Like when you would pop like your hood, if you like and stuff, you can pop your hood, but it's just extra space because you don't need an engine there.
Anybody else pick up this pyramid scheme? Is this just me? This seems a little
Pyramid
no engine
scheme.
car. What could possibly go wrong? That's crazy. So then, I'm because it's all electric, right?
Yeah. The other thing that's so cool, and then so we're getting a little charger put in our garage, and so every morning you have a fully charged up car. Boop boop boop, skirt around 300 miles, and then head home, charge it up again.
It's great.
What could go wrong?
Okay, when I come back to Michigan for a longer time, can I have a test ride?
I don't even. You just get in the car and tell it where you want it to go.
I'll give you an address. Tell the car to meet me at that address.
Mhm.
I will jump in unless I need some kind of key card, whatever, hooba dubba,
Yeah.
and then I will take a ride in that sucker.
Well, Adam, actually, the accountant will not let you go in yourself, so I'll have to go with you because the kids are already like, well, I can take like Mallory, I can take it to see my boyfriend 2.5 hours away, and then I don't have to spend money on gas, and I'm like down with that, right? The accountant's like, no, it's mine. I finally have something nice, and none of the kids are using it. It's mine.
Have fun with your 03 gas guzzler.
Exactly. The funny thing is, the accountant is shoving 3 kids in the back of this thing when we go to visit Ellie in Joplin.
Oh, that'll be fun.
Oh yeah, and
So
so
that I don't have to endure that car ride.
well, you know who's going to be sitting in the middle seat in the back? I am, because Riz claims that the back seat makes him kind of sick because it's a little jerky, right? It can be a little
He's pathetic.
Yeah.
He is pathetic. I don't care what thing this kid gets tossed around at football games all the time. I don't care if the back seat's making him a little dizzy. I don't think that's a Tesla problem.
You think it's a Zane problem?
I think it's a Zane brain
It's
problem.
a
Maybe
Riz problem.
take him back to Mr. Brain Scanner Man. I think he can figure it out. I don't think it's the car.
Or put him in the engine trunk or whatever, you know? He'd have his own little compartment.
The frunk. Zane, the
The
frunk is for
frunk.
you. There is an accessory I want to buy. It's like $500, so I don't think I could pull the trigger on it.
Isn't the Tesla already the accessory?
Yeah, you sound like the accountant now. Oh, he asked me.
Trust me, I've seen the spreadsheet.
Oh,
Second account here. We know this is real.
he asked me if I would prefer my new spending money on Venmo or cash, and I said, what? And he's like, we got to be on a budget right now, and so what do you want that in cash or in? I go, I'll just keep track of it.
We're
Which
gonna
means
do
that's
the,
not happening.
The Ceci app, which is all up here.
It's
It's all up here.
Dave
and
Schmanzy.
I got it up here. Dave doesn't know how to have any
shoebox.
fun, okay?
Maybe this will change it. Maybe he'll get in that car and it'll just completely change his entire life. And he'll be like, we need some mats and some whatever car accessories.
That's funny, mats. Oh yeah, he has looked at the all-weather mats that go up on the side. I do think that's a good idea. We do live in Slush Town for most of the year.
We do have those. Those are nice.
Okay, so there is a cooler that you keep in the back because there's a trunk in the back too. and there's a
Oh my
cooler
gosh.
that's made to perfectly fit in there, but the car keeps it at perfect temperature, so you don't need ice or anything. And so it fits in that space. And so when we go to all these sports tournaments, you can have Gatorades in there and water and snacks. Or when I go to Costco and I get frozen foods, I can put it on like frozen setting.
What?
That's smart.
I know.
You're driving a house. This is what these are becoming. You have your little frunk room or whatever you call
Frunk
it,
room,
and then you
yeah.
got your kitchen cooler and your
Mhm.
TV because the touchscreen's like 32-inch wide.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
that's
It's
amazing.
what
It's
else
fun. You
do
can
we
play
need?
Sudoku on it. You can play chess.
Oh, that's
You can
good.
play
While
checkers.
it's driving me around, can I play those games?
No, that you used to be able to, but then they kind of cracked down on Elon a little bit. But now, if you ever have to supercharge it and you're bored in the supercharger, you can play games.
Okay.
Oh.
I'll just be on TikTok.
You can do that on the screen of your car and scroll with your wheel.
On TikTok?
Yes,
There's a wheel on the driving
on the steering. Yeah,
wheel.
There's a wheel.
There's a little
on the
wheel.
you can there's a little knob thing. Yeah.
Oh, this is all conspiracy. They just want us to be scrolling all day, every day.
It's conspiracy. It is. Well, they got me hook, line, and sinker, baby.
I was gonna say we're all here for it, so
True.
whatever.
Ellie, Adam was suspect that I bought it on the app. He thinks that's crazy.
It's a little
Like
wild.
buying the
And-
Tesla from the app.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's how Braden did it. He literally did it from our house, from our kitchen counter.
What?
It's like ordering an
can't im-
Amazon package.
I
Yep.
can't imagine buying something that big. Obviously, little things like on Amazon, whatever, whatever. But that big
Okay.
on an app without seeing it first. That's wild.
Well, they saw it. They test drove it, but I actually
Not
saw
the
it.
exact car. We test drove, or the Tesla
Similar ones.
test drove us.
As you're scrolling on
No, but
TikTok.
I actually saw a couple of videos on TikToks, and the Gen Z intern was asking both Gen Z and millennials what are big screen purchases versus what are little screen purchases.
Ooh.
So, like, if you're ordering something on Amazon, is that a big screen purchase or is it a little screen purchase? If you're doing your groceries, is that a big screen purchase or a little screen purchase? If you're buying a new workout set, is this a big screen purchase or a little screen purchase? And people had a
Ooh.
lot of interesting things to say.
I bought a sweater today off TikTok shop, little screen. I would only do grocery shopping on big screen.
Yep.
Bought a car on a little screen, oddly enough.
See, that to me is a
Okay.
big screen purchase for sure.
Yeah.
Dad was
Yeah.
showing me he pulled up the app, and then, because he's been showing me the spreadsheets, which, I haven't looked at them at all. He's been showing
No.
me the spreadsheets, for weeks. And then he was like, right there is where we could press to buy it. And I just went, boop. Oh, look at that. It's coming.
Perchy perched. Wow. That's crazy.
It's
Mhm.
crazy.
Maybe I need to make a big screen purchase like at the Rush. Maybe that'll convert me over.
What
and
would
I'll
you
be like,
want if you could buy any big screen purchase? What would you want?
Like besides like the big things like a house, a car, whatever, that kind of stuff. I do massage chair. That's a big purchase, people. You know how expensive those are? Now wait a minute. Let me
I'm sorry.
clarify something.
I'm sorry. Where are you putting said massage chair? Like, is this going to become a recliner in your
I'll get
living
rid of
room?
my stinking
You're
bed for a
putting-
massage bed or a chair. A massage bed would be bad. I want a massage chair.
Okay.
Yes.
Just
I'll make
go get a
room.
pedicure.
Nah.
Too much?
I don't know if I'm not married, I'm not ready for that.
You and I are so different. When I go get a pedicure, I don't even turn the massages on because it's just a little aggressive.
Oh, I do. Oh, I do them all. A, B,
Oh.
C, front, back, side, whatever you got for me.
Team
I'll
Ellie.
take it. That's
Team
why I'm
Ellie.
there. That's why
It's
I'm
the best.
there.
There are massage.
Have you looked at massage chairs? Like, how much does a massage chair cost?
Well, that's why it would be a big screen purchase. I'm kind of equaling big purchase to big screen purchase. So, for instance, a massage chair, a good one's like $1,500.
Okay.
That's
Like a
pretty
sh-
big.
Like a sharper image maybe would be what you would want.
Where like it comes with its own TV that comes out of the arm and
Hey,
a
that'd be
cooler
nice.
underneath, right?
Now, if it could get up and like drive you someplace, you would be set.
How awesome would it be if it had wheels? I don't even need a cover because it's so warm here. It would just drive me around
You
while I'm
can-
getting a deep tissue. It would be awesome.
Old man Adam can get a heated massage electric recliner with super soft padding for $409 from Wayfair.com.
What?
Send him the link.
Yes.
Yeah, text me the link, please.
Free delivery.
I need to get myself a congrats on making it a year in Tucson gift. So I need to start planning ahead for that.
Who's one clicking now?
Yeah.
Oh wow,
Ooh,
that's
that
beautiful.
actually kind of match.
Sadly, yes.
Cece's like gagging. She's like, wow, that's atrocious. Look,
That's
It's like,
aesthetic.
this would be a great gift for Grandma and Grandpa, Mom. Maybe we should look at that.
I'll buy for them. I don't want to take it from them.
Oh,
Four
you
oh
can
nine.
have
That's
it.
not bad.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I guess I'll save
It's
my
on
money
heavy discount.
for like,
Top holiday purchase.
oh gosh, which is all the red flags. I'll save my money for traveling back to Michigan and seeing family and rent and all that.
Oh, boo.
See, you know what's funny is I would get to the point and I'd bail. I'd be like, I can't do it. It's got a comma in the, well, that doesn't have a comma in the price, but most
The
massage
accountant
chairs
almost
do.
did. Multiple times. The accountant called me for reassurance on his purchase 3 times this week. 3 times.
did?
He said, do you still like your car? And I was like, yeah, we've had it for 5 years. It's always worked great. We never had a problem. Like the next day. Do Braden's parents still like their car? Yes. Never had a problem. Very much enjoyed it. And then I was like, yeah, sometimes like XYZ happens or whatever. And he's like, okay. Do you still like your car? Yes.
He's
Very
going.
much
He's
so.
gone crazy.
I was like, we would buy another one. He was like, oh, you would buy another one? And I was like, yeah, we pretty much plan on always having one because they're great. Oh, okay. Good. Noted. Good to know.
Thank you. I owe you one. I appreciate that.
Yeah, dodged
I was being a little sales girl for you.
Thank you. He just was having the hardest time pulling the trigger on it. I think he might be worried about what it would
driving
look
a new tree.
like. He's worried about like because it looks like a bougie thing. To be honest with you, the price of it was really no different than a lot of the other vehicles that we were looking at.
like buying another new car.
Yeah,
True.
Yeah.
Or even some used cars, honestly, because of
And
the
all the
different deals.
amenities.
We got a tax rebate. We got, and
Oh, that's
so
cool.
it's kind of like don't judge a Tesla by its sunroof.
And he'll love it. All the amenities, like
Love it.
remember back to our this is going millennial, Gen X now. But remember the first car you got where it wasn't roll-up windows
Mhm.
and all the like fancy things that came with it in the 90s and 2000s, and we were like,
Mhm.
this is the life.
Yeah, totally.
It can rain and I can roll up the windows and not crack my back reaching over to the passenger side while driving. Hope I don't drive off the road. It's awesome.
By the way, Ellie, Adam drove a roll-up window car until you were what,
Like
25?
2010. It was 2012. That's right. I had an old
Brutal.
93 Dodge Plymouth Caravan. You should look it up.
It was
Was so old. It literally had toddler seats that came out of the regular seat backsides, and you could just belt people up with that because they didn't care about us as much then. And the thing though is
Wow.
that year all the paint was defective, so all the paint came up the top, and it was all painted on the side still. So I called it the middle age van because it had all the hair on the side but none on the top, and it was
Oh
awesome.
my gosh.
That's what when
And-
Adam was interning here at the radio station, he rolled up in that. That was his car.
Guys, let me tell you this real quick. It was so bad. This was a year before I got rid of the van, and praise the Lord, moved up to a 98 Buick Century. And I pulled up to my cousin's house, and there were a family with their kid that was walking on this bike path really close to their house, right? Where I parked. And the kid started walking over, and the mom ran over. She's like, no, honey, no, honey. And I could hear her because my windows were down. And they quickly
Save him from you
started
taking
going
him.
off because it was a creepy, rusty van. And I'm
That's so funny.
convinced they were freaked the crud out. Like, no, honey, we don't go towards those kind of vehicles. And I was like, maybe it is time to switch.
Yeah.
Dang.
That's an
Yeah.
accusation.
Well, I
you
have my
don't
own.
get-
I would say I have my own car drama I've been going through the last week, which is why I was late to the
Uh-oh.
pod today.
Tell
What?
us.
So, because of this Tesla purchase, my dad needs my license plate, which means that
It's
I
our
finally
license
need.
plate.
Yes, I know. Which means that I need to finally, after putting this off for 2 months, man up and get my car registered in Missouri. Which means I have to get it
Mm.
insured in Missouri, and then I have to go to the DMV. And then I had to go to the library to print out documents to bring to said DMV. And then
Barf.
I go to the DMV 8:35 this morning. Okay. I get there. She goes, "Oh, you brought all the right documents, except you actually need to go to the courthouse and get a personal tax assessment credit document.
What? For a
What?
license plate?
So that's why I was late today, because I had to go to the courthouse, get this personal tax deduction something or other, and then get my official like name on it. So now I have to go back to the DMV tomorrow morning so I can finally get my license plate and my tags, and then have to go to UPS to send the license plate
Overnight
and the
it.
registration back to you.
Overnight it. Because when Tessie Tallulah shows up, we need a license plate for her.
Oh, you'll get it.
Oh, you'll get it. Isn't it
I'm working
interesting?
on it.
Isn't it interesting how
Oh,
every
and-
state has different rules?
Yeah,
I didn't
it's-
realize that we moved.
It's terrible. And I'm just a girl. I don't want to have to figure this out. And normally this is a blue job. This is a husband job, but someone's busy learning how to be a doctor. So I have to like actually man up and figure this stuff out. I had to go to Barney's Quickie Lube or something yesterday and get a safety inspection for my car. And I'm like forcing myself to do this because I'm like, my parents need a license plate. They need a license plate. I got to get it done. And after I get any test, I call my dad and I'm like, dude, I adulted today. You're welcome. And he's like, wow, proud of you for actually getting this done. And then he's like, if this is so much of like a pain with you, I can't imagine what it's going to be like with your siblings. And I'm just like, I hope you don't live in another state, because figuring out the process on your own is awful.
It is a blue job. It totally.
It-
I would never.
Total blue job.
I'm not going to the Quickie Lube for the 19 contract.
No. And the guy comes in, he's like, I need your keys. And I was like, okay. And then he's like, that'll be $12, ma'am. Great. Thought it was gonna be more than that. Slay. And then it was brutal. So just know I'm doing all the adulting in 1 week and trying to get it done.
Wow.
Look at
Thank
you.
you.
Now, what's going to happen now is, Ellie, because you're the oldest, it won't be just your dad calling. All your siblings are going to call you because now you know how to do it.
They still ask me for the passwords. I'm like, you can just ask dad.
That's awesome.
And then they go, it's not working. And I was like, well, dad probably changed it and didn't think to tell me because I don't even use these streaming services anymore.
You're like, I also live 6 states away, but anyway.
He should tell you because I would be useless if anyone needed any kind of information. Useless. Don't come to me.
He has a system. He has a system for his passwords. And apparently I'm the only one that clued in and learned it. No one else has taken the time to notice the repetitive pattern with his passwords, which I will not put it on blast for. But it's like, it's not that hard to figure out, people. Just like look at the trends.
Wait a minute. Ding, ding, ding. I'm picking up what you're laying down.
Mhm.
I'm picking up what you're laying down.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yep.
Once a firstborn, always a firstborn, Ellie. It's just, it is
Literally. You
cross
can
we
take the
bear.
child out of the home, but you can't take the firstborn child out of the literal integral part of the family culture.
Well, we'll leave it on this because I got to go. You two are both oldest children, which means your IQ points are at least 20 points higher than the youngest children. I just learned that today.
We
So
make the
That's-
world go round. What can
Yeah.
I say?
I guess
That's
it was
amazing for me, sad for my siblings.
the theory is that the first go around, parents make a lot of mistakes. And so oldest kids have to really become good problem solvers to kind of figure some things out where their parents have made the mistakes. By the time you get older, and I would argue where I'm at with my 13-year-old son versus where I was at when Ellie was 13, I don't care. Raise yourself.
You'll be
Can
fine.
I just I'll put this out there a second. When I was 12, not even 13, I was 12. During the summer, my mom got a really big job opportunity. It was the summer before 8th grade. And I basically nannied my 3 siblings. I was compensated for this. I was very excited about this. I basically nannied them for like a month of the summer, pretty much all of July. I remember this very
snap.
clearly. No, I'm surprised. And they are worried about my little brother staying home alone for more than 3 hours. I'm like, I used to be home alone with all of us and a dog for 9 hours. Make them lunch and then make dinner for the entire family.
That's true.
A 12-year-old, had dinner on the table at 5 p.m. for when
Preach it.
both parents came home and to feed my siblings. And Zane can't even be home by himself for 4 hours.
That's true.
Or heaven forbid the house is going to burn down.
Well, have you met Zane?
He's also a boy. Like us boys, we get in this stuff.
We were at the Tesla place the other day, and he's in the minivan while we were going talking to the guy, and he slathered himself on the inside of the car with sunblock that was left over from the summer because he was bored. I turned around, I go, what are you thinking? I wasn't. So he went out of the van, rolled himself around on the grass to get it off of his body. This is why.
Gosh, you're treating him like he's the new family pet.
Is he the dog at this point?
He's the dog at this point.
Zane.
He's the dog at this point. Yeah.
Zane. We got to have him on the podcast sometime.
Well, going to have to pre-record that well in advance for editing purposes.
If you want more of the Momlennial podcast, well, then subscribe. That way you'll get new episodes without having to do the work, and that's totally our jam.